Hello everyone, how are you today? I am hoping you are doing fantastic. And as you can see, this is not my usual thing that I do. And that is because actually, okay, so this is kind of a roundabout way of doing things, but I got a new phone last week and it's very nice and I like it and it was supposed to be really good at taking video and everything. So I was like, you know what I should do? I should record myself drawing traditionally. Because like, you guys have never seen that. So I thought it would be very cool and fun to set up a sort of way of you guys seeing me draw traditionally. And so I did this very nice drawing of M. And I recorded it and everything, and I saved it, or I attempted to. And I went and tried to transfer the file on my computer, and it kind of basically corrupted, or it like, I couldn't open it, and it was no longer available on my phone either. So I'm like, well, that's not very nice. So I drew that beautiful M for like no reason. But yeah. So I did that and I was like, man, but I still kind of want to record me doing something in my sketchbook because I have been drawing a lot in my sketchbook lately. I've been trying to touch it up, basically go through the sketchbook pages and be like, this is a blank space, let me draw here, or this sketch is really crappy, let me try to touch it up or make it look nicer or something. And so I've been doing that in my sketchbook, and that's why I was like, you know, it would be really nice if I could show you guys what I do in my sketchbook. I am going to say right now though, the art that you see in this video is way more like in-depth than I usually draw in my sketchbook. I mean, there are pieces in my sketchbook that are more detailed, especially now that I've been adding more detail, going through and being like, oh, this doesn't look so nice, let me touch it up. Usually it's not as detailed as it is in this video. You know, of course, the reason for that is because you guys are watching. So it's like, well, now I have a few really nice pictures in my sketchbook. And I say a few because, you know, of course, that M picture didn't turn out, unfortunately. So there's that. But that page, you know, that page looks nice now at least. It's kind of like empty other than M, because I'm like, okay, I drew this, I'll just fill in the rest later. What you're seeing now is more like a character from Jade Unshaken that you wouldn't really know. Their name is Chris. There's not much that you would need to know, it's just they're a person and they're from Jade Unshaken. Oh, and they like photography. That's why I drew this. I was like, I wanted to draw them with their hobby. So I thought it would be fun to do that. And, you know, I used some silly old colored pencils. Crayola, yeah, I know, really bad. I don't really care though. The point is, it looks, you know, generally better than most other things in my sketchbook because, hey, it's colored. It's not colored very well, but it's colored. Oh, and another thing that I realized when I was doing this recording, oh, I might as well explain to you how I managed to do it in the first place. I can't remember what tangent got off of it, but yeah, so I discovered I couldn't really use my phone, but I still wanted to show you guys that I did stuff in my sketchbook, so I did this weird thing with my webcam where it's like top down, sort of precariously on the ledge of my computer monitor looking down at my sketchbook. And so I did that, and you know, unfortunately my webcam isn't really that high quality. So it's not, just let me know, you guys, how you feel about the quality of the video. Like, is it too blurry to, you know, find this video of me drawing satisfying? Because like, I totally understand if you guys are like, I can't really see what you're doing. It's not really that good. So it's like, I totally understand if that's how you feel. Like, please give me feedback on like, just how you feel on, how the video itself looks visually. Like, about the art, it's like, you know, it's just my art. Oh, I did want to mention, like, I am aware that I'm not the best traditional artist. And, you know, that's because I spend so much time doing digital art. I don't really spend much time perfecting my traditional art. So it's not like this is a kind of thing that's like, oh, this is good, you know? This is just sort of like, oh, this is, you know, this is what Shayna draws. So, I understand that it's not my best work, but I enjoy drawing on paper. It's just something I realize that I'm not the best at, so there's that. But I still super enjoy how everything that I drew came out today. Like, I enjoy how everything looks. I also drew a picture of Sweetie and Ethan, which Ethan is someone from Future Jade Unshaken. I haven't really drawn him much, but yeah, Sweetie's just attempting to tie shoelaces, and Ethan's just there. I didn't really plan that. I was just like, let me attempt to add to this so it's not just Sweetie there, to make this more interesting, you know? But then I think next I drew Amy, and you'll see later in the video I went more in depth into that, but I drew Amy next, and then I drew a picture of Jaden in some, I don't know, outfit, some fancy outfit. I really like how that came out. And you know, I like how the Amy came out traditionally. I think it's very sweet, but it was also very boring. Because, I don't know, it was just like, it's just her. I mean, there's nothing really that interesting about it. She's just kind of shy there. I don't know, it wasn't really that big of a deal. So I went in and I couldn't do this with everything. I wanted to, but I went in and basically I colored and did a little bit of slight effects in Paint Tool Sai for that sketch. So at the end of the video, basically that's what it is. It's just me editing that picture to be presentable and not so boring. And yeah, I totally would have done it with more of them, but the video was getting long and I didn't know. Maybe I'll do next week. Maybe I'll color one of these sketches next week. I guess let me know which one you would like to see me edit and make look better, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna do the Jaden one if you guys don't have any opinion on it. The Jaden one I just really feel like I could have a nice time coloring and stuff. Oh, and I also wanted to mention the new phone I got. You know, finally I have a phone that is big enough for general phone cases like purchasing, because my last phone, it's such an obscure brand that it was too small for any phone cases. So I've never actually owned a phone case. And my dad actually ordered this phone case for me, and I didn't know what he actually ordered. I was like, he did this thing where he was like, I ordered you a phone case, you're just gonna have to be surprised. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? I did not know what he could have ordered. What do you know about me that you could have gotten a good phone case for? I was like, the only thing you know about me is that you know that I like Back to the Future. So I wasn't feeling too much that he could impress me with a phone case at all, but it ended up that he did choose very well. It's very sparkly. It's one of those phone cases where you can, if you like turn it certain ways, the sparkles move. There's like some sort of liquid in here, and the sparkles from the gravity fall down. And it's really fun to watch. There's like little heart glitters and a bunch of glitter. I don't know, I think it's really nice. It's a lot of fun. And then on my phone, I'm actually able to play games now, because like on my old phone, it wasn't good. Like, things would crash all the time. I could barely download anything. But yeah, that's besides the point. That's in the past now, because now I have this new phone where I can actually play games, and it's fun and all nice and everything. And I found this game, Gacha Studio. And you know, I didn't expect to like it. I just sort of looked up anime games. I know that's so generic and dumb to look up, but I was like, let me try and see if there's like any good games on the Google Play Store and try them out. And I did not expect to actually really like Gacha Studio. It was this basically chibi dress-up game where you make your character and then you can battle, and I didn't expect to like it. Like, you know, there's a lot of different app games out there where it's like, oh, you battle, but it's like not interesting at all. But for some reason, making my characters and having them battle in Gacha Studio, it was just so much fun. And you know, I'm this close to buying Gacha Studio, like, the rest of the character slots, because I made Jaden, M, Amy, and Manny, Angie, and Gerald, and that's all good. Not trying to be ungrateful for the amount of slots I have for characters, but boy do I want to make the rest of Jaden Unshaken in this game, because it's just, it's a lot of fun. Like, I did not expect to have this much fun. I don't know. It's not really, there's not much to it, it's just, I enjoy it. I don't know why. It's literally, I barely do anything, but I'm like leveling up my characters. I don't know. It's fun, okay? And then I also downloaded this thing called Live Portrait Maker, and it kind of had a strange interface where it's sort of like you have to tap twice on this, and then you, I don't know. It just was kind of weird to use, but I still super enjoyed the outcome because the painting was like beautiful, because like it's Live Portrait Maker, it's very detailed, and I don't know, I made Amy in it because my go-to for most things is to make Amy, and I don't know, it turned out really nice. And you know, in this Live Portrait Maker it also moves, so it's like the character's looking around as you're like creating them, so I don't know, I had a lot of fun. And I re-downloaded Neko Atsume, and I know that's like not popular anymore, but like I was having fun with it. I missed Neko Atsume, I'll say that. And you know, I definitely miss playing with Miitomo, because like I couldn't actually get Miitomo on my phone, but I did, you know, find a roundabout way to use it. So there's that. I did have it for a while, and it was very fun, and I made so many characters, and then it, you know, it closed down in May, and I'm so sad about that, because that was like my taste of Tomodachi Life, because I want Tomodachi Life a lot, but I don't have a system for it, so it's real sad. But yeah, so this video is coming to a close, and the reason for that is that my traditional art is really short. Like, I drew a lot of pictures today because most of these things only took just really not that long. So, but yeah, the video is coming to a close, like, a long time ago. I'm gonna have to lengthen these video clips somehow. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the video quality, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye!